Welcome back to the Deep Dive. If you were online at all this past year, you definitely experienced this huge cultural moment that kind of defied categorization.
You're talking about Taylor Swift at the Chiefs game.
Exactly. We are diving deep into that weekend. The moment pop royalty, Taylor Swift specifically, sort of crashed headfirst into the NFL world, all supporting Travis Kelce and the Chiefs.
It was quite the crossover.
Look, let's be real for a second. Picture the scene. It's Arrowhead Stadium, right?
Yeah.
Your typical loud, maybe a bit beer-soaked NFL Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Intense energy.
And then suddenly, standing out against this, sea of red jerseys, it's her. Pop stardom personified.
The contrast was immediate, really stark.
They had the stadium lights hitting her jacket, the iconic ponytail, and yeah, that sparkly scarf everyone talked about. It was just improbable seeing that blend into a focused football crowd.
It wasn't just a sighting, though, was it?
No, far from it. It felt like an optical collision, and definitely an algorithmic one.
And that's really what our sources picked up on immediately. This is never going to stay just a personal visit, right? The second the camera found her, it became something else.
Became public property almost.
Pretty much. So our mission here in this deep dive is to move past the celebrity gossip aspect and really uncover the effects, the immediate and the lasting consequences. How did this one appearance actually redefine sports fandom?
How did it influence marketing? That's huge, too.
Exactly. Marketing strategies, digital engagement. It sort of created a new blueprint. When a celebrity's presence is that powerful, well, you have to ask, what does it tell us?
What does it reveal about modern celebrity influence on these big established institutions like the NFL?
Precisely. The real measurable power.
Okay, let's jump right into that media frenzy then.
Yeah.
The velocity of it. She shows up with her father, Scott Swift, and bam, news outlets aren't just reporting it. They're covering it like a Category 5 cultural event.
The framing was key from the start.
And the timing. It was a high-stakes game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That unexpectedness created this perfect media storm.
Absolutely. It signaled right away.
Yeah.
This isn't just football anymore. It's a crossover narrative playing out live.
And the family angle you mentioned. Scott Swift. Tell us about that layer.
Well, if you look closely at the sources, his visibility wasn't just incidental. It really amplified the event's warmth, its accessibility.
So?
He wasn't just, lurking in the background. He was seen waving a Chiefs scarf like he'd been doing it his whole life, like a season ticket holder.
Right. Really into it.
Totally. He became this visual anchor. One source even said he was occasionally stealing camera time from the usual stadium celebs.
Huh. Yeah, I can see that.
And that parental camaraderie, that was key. It humanized this massive celebrity presence. It kind of signaled that even at that level of fame, family support, shared fandom, it mattered.
Give it a relatable hook.
Exactly. And it immediately provided great meme content, right? The whole dad at the game vibe.
Oh, yeah, that blew up.
Which meant the audience could connect with it on different levels, maybe less intimidating ones. His visibility became its own viral ingredient. Doubled the reach, easily.
It definitely added this relatable energy against that intense sports backdrop, and the whole sensory experience became the focus, didn't it? Even on the field, maybe?
Yeah, you've got the crowd roaring.
Which suddenly had two reasons to roar, right? A touchdown or the camera cutting to the celebrity box?
Exactly. The lights bouncing off her jacket. But it turned a regular NFL Sunday into something, well, theatrical. A blend of pop culture energy and athletic focus.
And you mentioned timing before, but let's underscore that. Why exactly did the timing matter so much?
Well, she showed up right when the Chiefs were, under pressure, maybe needing a morale boost or perhaps more accurately, just a huge injection of cultural oxygen.
Okay.
And the sources noted the media coverage that followed. It didn't just supplement the game, it actively dominated the narrative.
Dominated, that's a strong word.
It was. Analysts pointed to this as proof, really, how a single figure could intervene in this major national spectacle.
Just by being there.
Just by being there. And sometimes overshadowing the actual on-field heroics, simply because of the sheer volume of media commentary around her presence. It's an active intervention in the spectacle, not just passive attendance.
Okay, let's shift focus a bit. Section 2, virality. How these tiny gestures blew up into massive cultural data points.
Yeah, this part is fascinating.
It wasn't the big stage photo ops driving things, was it? It was the micro moments. The sources really detail how quickly subtle actions got, isolated and just immortalized online.
The perfect example is that TikTok video.
Right, the one of her cheering.
Yeah, just a small, almost reserved cheer for a touchdown. Tiny clip, a few seconds.
And it went.
Nuclear. Yep. Instantly. Millions of replays within like 24 hours. You had sports writers analyzing it, pop culture critics, everyone.
Even just a quick clap, right? If the camera caught it perfectly.
That became the moment. A definitive cultural snapshot.
So how does that happen? What are the mechanics behind that digital lifespan?
Well, what's really interesting is that fan culture was the main amplifier, the most relentless one.
Not the official NFL channels.
Not primarily, no. It was the fan accounts, the dedicated celebrity news aggregators. They just exploded immediately. Slow-mo captures of her reactions, grainy fan selfies from the stands, detailed notes on stadium chants.
Directed at them.
Oh, yeah. Directed at the power duo. This process, it turns these fleeting physical things,
like a clap or a cheer,
exactly, into permanent digital assets. Analysts studying this called it hyper-amplification through affiliation. Every time a fan account posted, tagged, shared, they were feeding the algorithm incredibly valuable content.
Because it was these two huge fandoms colliding.
Precisely. Two massive but previously pretty separate fandoms. So that short cheer video, it didn't just go viral. It became like a permanent piece of recent cultural history, living way beyond the final whistle of that game.
And crucially, you said this loops back.
Yeah.
Onto the field itself.
Right. It wasn't just online noise. It had a real, measurable human impact. Travis Kelce himself talked about it later.
What did he say?
In an interview, he recounted how just knowing she was there, seeing her presence in the stands, it actually lifted his spirits during a really critical, intense drive in the game.
Wow. Okay.
And his teammates apparently confirmed it, through teasing.
Ah, the locker room talk.
Exactly. Joking about him performing for Taylor. It's casual, but it confirms that the spotlight wasn't just external. It became part of the team's internal story, too.
So it had a subtle psychological impact on morale. On focus.
Seems like it. The stakes just felt instantly higher, not just for the game score, but maybe for the performance under that super bright specific spotlight.
And that intensity didn't stop at the end of the game, did it?
Not at all. It extended right past the fourth quarter. That moment when Taylor and Travis exchanged just a few brief words on the sidelines.
Which was like 2 seconds long.
Seemingly minor, yeah. But it fueled immediate, intense speculation online. Fans weren't just enjoying it. They became like amateur cultural anthropologists, dissecting every single frame.
Oh, I remember the threads.
Yeah. Sources documented these sprawling social media threads, analyzing the subtlety of it all, the body language, micro-expressions, how long they talked.
Trying to read the tea leaves?
Exactly. It just shows the deep commitment fans have to decoding these interactions, and all that public speculation about friendship, romance, maybe future collaborations. It serves as this powerful bridge.
Leading us where?
Leading us directly into the quantifiable, measurable influence this whole appearance generated.
Right, because that intense scrutiny wasn't just fan theories.
Mm-hmm.
It immediately started triggering actual economic activity, which takes us nicely into Section 3, the concrete measurable impact.
The financial ripple effect.
Yeah.
And it hit instantly.
The commerce side was palpable, right?
Right.
Merchandise sales.
Specifically Kelce jerseys and Chiefs hats. They spiked dramatically. Reports showed sales near Arrowhead surged during and right after the game.
Any specific numbers?
Yeah, one really striking data point we saw, a retail outlet near the stadium reported something like a 200% increase in Kelce-related merch sales in the 48 hours after she was there.
Wow. 200%.
Yeah. It effectively transformed the stadium's microeconomy just through that brief but incredibly potent celebrity exposure.
Which leads right into the marketing shift, I imagine.
Directly. Major media outlets, marketing analytics firms, they immediately frame this as the prototype, the pop meets football cultural moment.
A new blueprint.
And what's critical here is the concept of earned media value, EMV.
Explain that.
It's basically the monetary value of the publicity you get from sources other than paid advertising. The sources estimated that the equivalent media time and discussion generated by Taylor's attendance, it was worth tens of millions of dollars.
Tens of millions in free advertising.
For the NFL and the Chiefs, yeah. Huge value. And analysts are now using this exact event as a case study for future cross-industry promotions.
So the argument is?
The argument is that celebrity attendance, if it's managed strategically, can redefine fan engagement. not just by boosting sales, but by dramatically shifting the demographics of who's watching.
Oh, reaching new audiences.
Exactly. Suddenly, the NFL wasn't just reaching sports fans. They were reaching this enormous, previously untapped audience of music and pop culture fans. That influences marketing strategies for years to come.
Okay, but with that kind of massive amplification, there has to be a downside.
Right, absolutely. Which brings us to the rapid, often unchecked spread of misinformation. The same digital mechanics that amplify a tiny cheer can also generate massive falsehoods.
The rumor mill.
Goes into overdrive, yeah. Especially when you mix intense celebrity focus with a deeply passionate fan base. We saw fans misreading camera angles, taking blurry photos way out of context.
Leading to huge debates online.
Intense debates, yeah. And threads trying to track her supposed subsequent appearances, these like phantom sightings.
Right, where people thought they saw her but didn't.
Exactly. It just highlights how, when the media focus is that intense, the truth often really struggles to keep up with the manufactured drama.
So how do we analyze the blueprint aspect then, given that potential for chaos?
Well, that's where the analysis gets really crucial. If you look at the big picture, the success of this appearance was maybe in its calculated subtlety.
How so? Subtle. It felt huge.
The gestures were subtle, her actions in the stands. They weren't over-the-top product placements or aggressive self-promotions. They were relatively quiet, supportive gestures, which were then immediately amplified by the existing fan infrastructure. They did the heavy lifting.
Ah, I see. So the lesson is...
The approach offers a powerful lesson for public figures, maybe. You can support friends, family, causes, whatever, without completely overwhelming the main event's focus.
If you let the fans run with it.
Pretty much. It proved pretty conclusively that in this age of digital amplification, a quiet, almost understated appearance can actually send the loudest, most effective cultural and commercial message. The key is letting the fan communities themselves handle the distribution.
Okay, so let's try and synthesize this whole deep dive, pull it all together. This wasn't just, a famous person going to a football game in Kansas City.
Not even remotely. It was the ultimate real-time collision of pop culture and the established sports world.
And it fundamentally shifted narratives.
Altered immediate revenue streams.
And provided this incredibly powerful case study in modern celebrity leverage. How influence works now.
Right. And this is where we land on the provocative thought for you, the listener. Analysts are strongly suggesting this isn't a one-off.
What are they saying?
That strategic celebrity attendance at major live events, it's likely going to become a recurring, calculated marketing trend. Something major brands and global sports leagues will actively explore and bake into their business models.
Okay, so if the goal shifts from just authentic, casual support
to maximizing that earned media value, driving demographic crossover.
What's that mean for authenticity, for fandom itself?
Exactly. Will every celebrity sighting at a game inevitably become a calculated cross-promotional moment? Will it blur that line between genuine enthusiasm and strategic marketing? Is that line already blurred?
It's a fascinating and yet maybe a slightly unsettling trend to watch unfold. That line between organic support and corporate strategy seems to be disappearing very quickly.
It certainly seems that way.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into how celebrity influence and athletic fandom are blending, maybe seamlessly, maybe not so seamlessly, to reshape the modern media landscape.
Thanks for having me.
We'll catch you on the next one.